Welcome. Today we're going to do a short yoga practice. It will last maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to focus on the back and opening the heart. So before we start, I'd like to begin with an affirmation that you could take with you today, and it's called the voice of the heart. The heart speaks to us in crisis, in anxiety, in depression, in joy, in gratitude, in peace. The heart is guiding, lifting, and loving us into wholeness. The heart is there. We are never alone. Don't listen to the noise of the world. Cover the soft voice and listen to the heart. So as we move through the practice, that is from Everyday Spirits, really wonderful book. So as we move through the practice, we're just going to really work on just moving the back a little bit. I'm sure you've all been sitting in front of the computer and doing all your schoolwork or writing lesson plans if any teachers are watching it to you. So that's what we're going to do today. So enjoy, have fun. It won't be too hard, I promise. Okay, so we're starting our easy seat Sukhasana pose. Our hands will be on our palms, thumbs and index fingers are together. Just closing the eyes, pulling the belly in. The ribs are nice and tight. The tailbone is lengthening down. The heart is opening and receiving and giving. The top of the crown of the head is lifting and rising. Just stay here for a few moments, closing the mouth, letting the eyes rest and relax. But just notice where you are, taking in the breath, breathing in through the belly, the ribs, and then the chest. And then on each exhale, feel the chest release, the ribs release, and then the belly. Breathing in through the nose, and exhaling out through the nose. Using that prana, that life force, through each movement, through each asana, breathing in, and then exhaling it out. Slowly bringing your hands to heart center. You can bow your chin here, just perhaps set a dedication for your practice, or maybe an intention that you like to give, and come back to through each pose, breathing in, and then exhaling it out. We'll rise the chin up or reach the arms up to the ceiling, pulling the ribs nice and tight, the shoulders releasing and letting go. Breathing in, and then exhaling it out. Letting your right arm fall to the side of your right hip. The focus, the drishti, will go up to the left hand. And we'll just side stretch, keeping the left hip sinking down into the mat. Feeling the belly under the ribs nice and tight. Releasing the shoulders, taking a breath, breathing in. And then exhaling it out. Rising the right arm to meet the left. And we'll go to the other direction. Let that left arm, palm is down. Change the focus. The drishti is up. Feeling the shoulders release. Feeling the belly under the ribs. Breathing in through the nose. And then exhaling it out. One more full breath. Breathing in through the nose. And then exhaling it out. Rising the left arm to meet the right. Shoulders are down. Reaching the arms up and back, squeeze the elbows together as you forward fold. Expanding the fingers out, feeling the sit bone sinking down, letting the knees relax, letting the elbows fall, even letting the forehead come down if you can. Breathing in. Exhale, expanding those fingers a little bit more, letting the shoulders release. Exhale, walking your fingers over to your right. The left hand will go on top of that wrist. Pressing that left hip down, pulling the belly nice and tight, breathing in. And then exhaling it out. Slowly walking your hands towards the right knee. The right hand will go on top of that right knee. And then opening the shoulders, spiraling it back. Feeling the hips still sinking to the mat. Pulling the belly under and in the ribs. Breathing in, exhaling it out, releasing the torso forward, and then walking your hands over to your left, letting the elbows release, placing that right hand on top of that left wrist. Right hip is sinking into the mat, breathing in, Exhale, lengthening through the lower back, breathing in. Exhale, releasing the hands, walk them slightly to that left knee or the top of the thigh and spiraling towards the left shoulder. Breathing in, Drishti is looking up and out. Exhale, one more full breath, breathe it in. Exhale, let both arms come forward. Stretching it out one last time, the knees are relaxed, the hips are melting, the tailbone is sinking to the mat. And then walking your fingers back and behind your hips. Fingers are facing the hip bones, change the placement of the toes and reach the hips up. Chin is opening nice and wide, belly is rising and lifting, legs are parallel. And then slowly coming back down and changing the shape of the ankle so you're in your easy seat, Sukhasana with the other leg in front. Hands to heart center, rising with the breath. Opening the left arm down, looking up to the right. Drishti is focusing up, shoulders are releasing, breathe it in. Exhale, bringing that left arm to meet the right. Let the right arm coming down, looking up to the left. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together, abdominals are nice and tight. Sink a little bit further, rising up. Elbows squeeze together, forward fold, letting the hips release. The tailbone is melting to the mat. Taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale it out. One more full breath, breathe it in. Let everything go, no tension anywhere, relax. Stretching over to your left, right hand on top of that left wrist. Feel the diagonal pull of the fingers reaching left and the right hip sinking down. Breathing in. Exhale, walking your fingers slightly into that left hand, left thigh. Open the torso, feel the spiral twist. Breathing in, see if you can go a little bit deeper, breathing in. And then exhale, letting the hands come back to center, reaching forward, elbows are melting. And walking your fingers over to your right, left hand's on that right wrist. Left hip is lengthening, fingers are reaching diagonally to the right. Taking a breath, breathing in. See if you can go a little bit deeper, breathing in, full breath. Exhale it out, walking those fingers on top of that right thigh, opening and spiraling. Feeling the left shoulder down, left hips are lengthening. Spiraling the back, breathing in, Drishti's up towards that right shoulder. And then exhale, walking your hands one last time, coming forward, elbows melt. Tailbone is sinking, letting go and releasing, breathing in. Exhale, walking your fingers back, hands go behind your hips, fingers face your hips, change the shape of your feet, lift the hips up. See if we can go a little bit higher this time, pressing in the hips, feel the eyes of the elbows going forward and out, fingers are reaching towards your heels, and then slowly coming back down. Now we'll cross our ankles and we'll right away go over to our tabletop position. Knees are under the hips, wrists are underneath those shoulders. Cat-cow, pulling the belly into the center, the chin is to the chest, arching the back, reversing the action. Chin is opening, tailbone is reaching up and back. Breathing in as you round. And exhale as you curve. Feeling the lengthening of the tailbone, reaching back, the top of the head reaching forward, opening the right arm to your side, and then we'll round it and thread it through underneath. One more time, take a breath as it opens, and let that right arm come down, right elbow comes down, right shoulder comes down. Take a breath, focus is reaching up, breathing in. Exhaling it out, taking that left hand, see if you want to wrap it around, see if you can find the outside of that right hip. Breathing in, feel the shoulders releasing, feeling the spiral of the back. Breathing in, exhale, bringing that left arm forward, and the right arm comes down under you. You're going to lift the right leg up and back as the left arm extends, feeling the hips square and the hip and the shoulders parallel across, elbow to knee, rounded into the chest, rounding like we did in that cat. Stretching it out, one more, rounding in, really push the mat away with that palm of the hand, stretching it out. Reaching that left arm side and back. You're going to bend that right knee, keeping that thigh parallel. Take a hand on top of the foot. Open, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull the belly nice and tight. Let the knee be parallel to the floor. Lift up a little bit higher, breathing in. Exhale, stretching that left arm forward, flexing that right foot. Place that left hand down. Bring the right foot in front. Heel is underneath the knee. Rise the arms up, crescent lunge. Taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale, releasing the shoulders. Reach the arms to the back. Palms are going to come together to your Kali Mudra. Extend the index finger. Squeezing the shoulders. We're going to shift the weight. Lift the hips up. Going to flex the right toe. So pull the toe in towards the shin. Keep that right hip equal to the left. And see if we could stretch a little bit more forward. Feeling the stretch of that right hamstring. Feeling the hips parallel. Pull the abdominals nice and tight. Release the toes. Release the hands. Reach the arms up back to your crescent lunge. Anjali Asana pose. From here, you're going to shift your hips. Pivot that left foot. Open the right arms in your modified warrior two pose. Squeezing the shoulder blades nice and tight. Extending through the fingers of the right hand. Feel that left hand parallel to that forward. Breathing in. And then exhale, let that right palm come in. Left arm reaches up. Feeling the shoulders opening. Breathing nice and long. Full breath cycle. Exhale, coming back to your warrior two. We're going to extend the right leg. Pivot the right toes so they're on the floor. Change the drishti to the back. Left hand is going to come down underneath that left. Lifting that right leg up. Drishti changes up to that right arm. We're going to bend that right knee open onto the top of that foot. Let's arch the back one more time. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Breathing in. Exhale it out. Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Extending that right arm up. Extending that right foot. Place that right foot down. Pivot the right toes back so you're in your modified warrior two. Bring that left arm forward. Pivot that left foot back. Open to in your side twist. Feeling that crescent twist. Left shoulder is reaching. Palm is reaching, expanding up. Take a breath. Breathing in. See if you can spiral a little bit more at that left shoulder. Breathing in. Exhale it out. That right arm is going to reach to the back. The right toes are going to find that left foot. Extend that left foot straight so we're in our side lateral plank position. Take a breath. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's reach your right arm forward. Change your shape so you're in your plank position. Taking a breath. Rock it forward. Roll the elbows to and forward. Abdominals are tight. Rock your heels a little bit more forward. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Let's let the knees come down, the top of the feet come down, slightly going back to that arch of the back. Tailbone is lifting. Stretch the chest through the elbows. Open the heart. Breathing in. Exhale. So you can go a little bit higher. Breathing in. Exhale. Let the chest come down. Lifting your hips. Sitting back into child rest pose. Taking a breath. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your heels. Hands go onto the heels to the lower back. Chin goes to the chest, opening the heart, lifting that chin, squeeze the elbows, and then come back to center. And slowly release back to your child rest pose. Take a breath, breathing in. Exhale it out. Rock it forward, tabletop. Rounding in your cat. Tailbone is reaching, open it up to the cow. Rounding in. Curving the lower back. Coming back to neutral position. Left arm rises up. Left hand goes underneath to thread the needle. One more time, using each breath with the pose. And then exhale it down. Staying right where you are. Open that right arm and really spiral it around. Find that thigh. Open that right shoulder. Breathing in. Exhale it out. Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Let that right arm come down. Expand that that left leg out, reaching the left leg back and the right arm forward. Bring the knee to the elbow in and stretch it out. Bring the round the back and stretch it out. Bend that left foot, feel the top of the foot into the palm of the hand, knees parallel, keep the thigh facing down, lifting and arching, breathing in. Exhale it out, one more full breath, breathe it in. Exhale it out, reach that right arm forward, let it come down, step that foot forward, open the heart, releasing the hip, left hip pulls back, right hip is lengthening down. Open the arms to the back, Kali Mudra, index finger, palms are squeezing those shoulder blades. Let's shift the left leg back. Feel the left toes coming up. The hips are parallel, dropping the head down, squeezing the shoulder blades. Taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale, releasing the foot, reach the arm all the way up. Shift the hips back, pivot that right foot, open to your modified warrior two. Taking a breath, extending that left arm, palm goes inside, open that right. Feel the shoulders in line, the palm is directly on top of the shoulders. Breathing in. Exhale, coming back to your warrior two, extending that left foot, pivot the left toes, change the focus, just deep back, lifting that left leg up, squeezing the shoulder blades, looking to the left hand, bending that knee, on top of the foot is the hand, arching the back, breathing in. Exhale, one more full breath, breathing in. Exhale, releasing that foot, releasing the hand, coming back to your warrior two, changing. Reach that right arm down, left arm spirals back, so you're in your crescent twist. Feel the energy going up through that hand, breathing in, and then exhale, breathing in, exhale. We're going to open that left toes, bring that left foot to meet the top bottom of the right and left foot are joined, lift up nice and tall. Hips are pressing, breathing in. Exhale, one more full breath, breathing in. Exhale, extend that left arm forward, pivot over onto the toes, going into your plank position. Elbows are rolling, rock a little bit more, breathing in. Exhale, we'll let the knees come down, the top of the feet, going through your Bhujangasana. Open the heart, squeezing the chest. Elbows are tight. Exhale, coming back down. Bring the hips to meet your heels. Palms are stretching wide, breathing in. Exhale, walking your hands back to your back of the thigh. Or if you like to press them on the heels, you could do that. Open to your camel stretch. Coming back up, let the hips sink down. Stretching it over. And this time we let the knees open wide for a wide balasana, relaxing the hips, releasing that lower back, breathing in and exhale. Let's walk our hands back, bringing your knees together across the right foot over, reaching the arms up, just spiraling out the back. Right hand goes behind, looking over that right shoulder, the drishti. Exhale, coming back to counter stretch, let the head drop down. Releasing that right hip, just rounding that lower back. And then extend the legs in front. Reach the arms up and then forward fold. Breathing in. Exhale, let it go. Breathing in. Let it go. Walking your hands back, bring the left foot over that right. Bringing that right foot to meet that left hip. Rising, feel both hips sinking down, shoulders are releasing, spiraling over to your left. Taking a breath. Exhale, let it go. Shifting the weight, counter stretch, letting the head feel heavy, the release of the lower back. Taking a breath, bring your knees to your chest. Give a hug. Last time, stretch. Over, release. Your knees in, toes and heels together. Letting the lower back curve. Release. And then we'll come back to center. Going back to your easy seat, Sukhasana. Bring our hands to heart center. So that was just to work on releasing the lower back. We did forward and backward and spiraling twist. Hopefully that helped. So tomorrow when you get back on that computer and we're sitting for long periods of time, take any of these movements and just practice. Let it go, let it release. And reminder, keep that heart open. Always being positive, always being centered. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.